me 1 second.
So, I definitely read Elemental's comment way dirtier than it is. It's not even meant to be dirty, but I read it dirty. So, I just had him.
All right, are we all out of ads? Let me ask that. Are we all out of ads? Am I even on the right fucking channel? All right, we got this.
Are we on
got
Two
this.
Purple Squirrels?
Yeah, we're on You guys can see us, right?
Are we there?
Can someone talk to me? Okay, so
Okay,
yeah, you can hear us. All right, whatever.
Okay, so,
This music's distracting. And I'm in her camera. We went over this earlier.
told you. I keep forgetting that I don't have a mic over here.
You don't need a mic. You don't need a mic. Okay, you guys ready? Okay, wait a minute. Are we out of...
Ghost is in ads.
Is Ghost in ads?
Ghost.
Okay, so did anyone notice in the trailer, if you did see it, Elemental's eyes lined up with the two O's, so it looked like he had googly eyes. It was hilarious. So I'm going to clip that.
Starting soon.
Yeah. His eyes said starting soon, but yeah. Let me show the video again. Let me hope it works. Ready? Show of hands. Ooh, right at the same time. Will we print your imagination?
I have a question. How come only half of the print makes noise and then it doesn't?
Ask the creator.
How come half of it makes noise and the other half doesn't? I thought that it was your computer fucking up or doing something when the noise stopped earlier. I thought it was some IT shit. But now that I've seen it twice, it's not. My camera's over here, so it's fucking me up.
You don't have to look at that camera.
Okay. It's just fucking...
You can look at this camera.
That's over there. It's not even looking at me.
We could shut your camera. I mean, whatever.
Whatever.
I cleaned up yesterday, so everything looks different in here. It's nice and clean. Things where she doesn't expect them to be. I think it rendered without half the noise. Oh, see, he took the blame.
The only other time I've heard rendered is in Grandma's Boy, when the guy who creates the video games, JP, he says rendered.
That's what it means.
It's the only other time I've heard it. I know what it means, but it's just...
Like it... My God. Okay, so guys, we're actually here for a podcast today. We're going to welcome in Ghost Reaper. Sorry if the title didn't say the right thing when it started. It had last week's title. And you know what? I probably didn't even change the episode number either. But this is episode 12. And we're going to bring on...
Already?
And we're going to bring on Ghost Reaper.
That's what, how many months? It's 3 months?
It depends on how many weeks are in that month.
We've been doing this since, like, March?
I don't know.
Yeah, because we had weekends off in there, too.
Oh, and I don't think I've told Mrs. Purple this. I know most of you probably know. They changed the rules for affiliate. So it's much easier to become affiliate. So we could get you affiliate in, like, not even a week. Like, literally, you have to average 3 viewers for 4 streams. It doesn't have to be for 30 days. So we literally could get you affiliated, and you can come on here, and I can take a hike.
I want to figure out what to stream about.
Sweet, Ghost.
I mean, I can just literally
I got it set up for Cam, so we should be good. Once we get you in the room, we'll have you take your clothes off. Hey, Mitsu, welcome in.
What's up?
So today we're interviewing Ghost.
All right.
My knowledge of Ghost is the games he plays.
My knowledge of Ghost is that he...
As I was saying, like, Jesus fucking Christ, I can't even get a thought out today.
I thought we were saying facts we knew.
We were going tit-or-tat.
I only know one.
We weren't... Then get your out of the way.
I only got a tat. He lives in the state... He lives in an area that I'm familiar with. In Virginia.
Everyone knows he's in Virginia.
I don't know if people know where people's states are. That shit can be confidential. I don't know. But... That's the only thing I know.
Okay, so I know the games he plays. I know he's a Red Sox fan only because on his shout-out clip, it's always like a Red Sox affiliate, I think.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so without further ado, let me get over to the other screen. Let's see. I forgot the Stream Deck doesn't have the podcast screens, So that's why you caught a little bit of the other shit. So we're gonna go to the
I don't
test.
know what happened.
I don't know either. All right, so we got that up. No lucky today, but we do have something on the printer. It is a shot glass with a snake wrapped around it. So maybe it'll be done during the stream. But we're going to, let's drag him in. Okay, so we got Ghost. Hello. Okay, let me see. Hold on. I gotta fix the screen. We see all of you. They don't. Give me 1 second.
Get from like his nose up.
Yeah. Is that what we got, babe? Is that what we got?
Okay, there we go.
We got from his nose up.
You did.
Hold on.
Oh, this phone is a pain in my tail.
Alright, let me go. Alright, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do Control F. Ah!
It's the IT guy. I'm really sorry.
It is the IT guy. The IT does.
Okay.
The IT guy's having some issues. Why are you not square?
Because you didn't have it like that last time either. But I didn't say anything.
I feel really weird that all we can do is see his eyes. Oh no, am I doing it, guys? Am I doing it? There we
I don't know
go.
what you're doing.
We're pulling him in. I don't know what I'm
Oh
doing.
my
Why am I?
goodness.
Hold on. Give me a second. Ah! Control F. Podcast Control F. You know, we're just gonna delete this.
Is Jigsaw still in here? Can you come help your boy?
Don't even start.
My phone is being not very bright.
No, sorry, Ghost. I had Discord muted, so I was talking this whole time and you didn't hear me probably.
Because he can't watch on Twitch, right? Cause it's
He can watch wherever he wants.
Yeah, Twitch.
So I'm up on my phone with Discord
Okay.
and have the stream up on my computer.
Oh, okay, cool.
So we're gonna do this. I think we got it. Just give me
We're
1 second.
everywhere.
I'm gonna alt this. Yeah. Plus we're live streaming on Purple Frequencies. Guys, there's a new channel point down there too. If you hit it, you get a surprise. You hit it, you get a surprise.
That sounds.
Oh,
Sounds like something.
sometimes I hit it and get a surprise. There we go. We
Yay!
just. Can we take? Oh, okay. That's what's going on.
It's you.
No, he's landscaped. That's why. No, he's portrait because he's on his phone.
He's
yeah.
like. He's got
Just
like
give me
the
1
lane.
second, and we're gonna have this down. I know I can do it. And we're gonna put this above the guest. No, we're not. Where did it go? Today's topic. So, Ghost, welcome in.
I'm like, can we start yet?
You can start anytime you want, dear. Okay, so we're good. We hear Ghost. Everyone hear Ghost. I hear Ghost. Wrong channel point. Check again.
I don't know what that is.
Okay, so since I'll just start. Ghost, is there anything you want to start with just to let anyone know about you? Introduce yourself, sir. For anyone that doesn't know
I'm
you.
Ghost Reaper. Most people either call me Ghost or Reaper. Either is fine. I am a 23-year-old gamer from Virginia. And I play mostly Call of Duty. Any type of shooter game, I play it. I play it from all the CODs, all the way from World of War.
COD does
All the
not
way
fish.
up.
No. Did I fucking...
I've played football games, racing games. I've played some of MLB, the shows. Or as like Priestess said, call him my seat, which is not wrong. Or as
So,
Priestess and a couple of other people in another community called me just to break me, good boy, and my brain just goes, nope.
You're such a good boy. Yeah.
Yeah, there goes the brain. ADHD at its finest.
all day.
Okay.
You're in the right place, don't worry.
And,
So you stream too?
I'm a Boston Red Sox. Yes.
Okay.
He was given his introduction, but
I didn't want to forget my question.
And I am a diehard Red Sox fan to the point I actually have a picture of David Ortiz when he played for the Red Sox, a flag banner with David Ortiz on it, and I actually have gone to Baltimore to watch the Boston Red Sox and the Orioles play against each other. And I was actually put on live TV thanks to that reporter at Baltimore's park.
Was it within like the last 2 years?
It was back in 2016.
Oh, okay. No, we've talked about going because that's the closest that the Red Sox get down here, and we've talked about doing that. And I'm like, oh, I wonder if we were at the same game. But no, we were not.
No,
I didn't even know you then.
No, you didn't. But I've been to probably 6 or 7 games at Camden Yards, and I've seen a bunch of Fenway too. I saw games before I met you down here. You know, I've lived here before
shocked. You went to games? I've never been. The only football. No, wait, we're talking about baseball.
Yeah, we're not talking about baseball.
The baseball. I took one of the twins to a baseball game. Was it for the Washington, the Red W. Washington.
The Nationals?
That's the team. And
did you take this?
And then you took me to the Red Sox game.
Yeah, we went. She's been to Fenway.
She's been to Fenway. 2 baseball games my entire life.
Yes, she's been to Fenway. We sat out in the bleachers.
Oh yeah, we did a tour.
Yeah.
Have you been up to Fenway?
I've been up to Fenway, and I actually was able to convince my uncle who moved up to Massachusetts, not far from Fenway Park, to cough up a expensive amount of money to get a picture of me drawn with David Ortiz.
Oh, hell yeah.
Wow. That's tight.
And it cost $60 to get it done.
Okay. That's still really cool. I'm guessing you have this, right? It's hanging somewhere?
Yeah, it's hanging somewhere in this house.
Nice. So, how did you become a Red Sox fan?
My mom, grandfather, my uncles, and my grandmother were all Boston Red Sox fans. My entire family was everything New England except for my mother and my one uncle.
Okay. But everybody's
because
from
my
like,
mother, she is a. My mom is. My grandfather originated in Wentham, Mass.
Okay.
My grandmother originated there as well. My uncle, he was here. My youngest uncle, he was here. And majority of my family was here.
Okay.
But the main majority on my grandfather and grandmother's side were all up in Boston.
Okay, so it was just more like a family connection? Like, you've always been a Red Sox fan?
That's the family team.
Okay, that makes sense. You know, a lot of people do... You go a lot of places and you do find a lot of Red Sox fans. And a lot of the people not necessarily live... Like, they grew up in that area, and then they've moved. So there's tons of transplants, so it's kind of cool to see people in different parts of the country that just are fans. Because I know the first games I came to at Camden Yards, it was about 90% Red Sox fans and 10% Baltimore. And at that time, we were calling it Fenway South. Basically, it was just our South Park. And it was amazing. It was great.
That name, Purple, actually has stuck.
Yeah?
For Boston Red Sox fans.
That's
because
awesome.
the reporter, when I went, he actually asked, how does it feel to be Red Sox fans at their second home?
Yeah. I thought that was
because
awesome.
of how many games the Orioles and Red Sox have literally played against each other at Camden Park.
Yeah. Yeah, they play, I
And
think
we've
it's like
always
12.
outnumbered Orioles. at their own home field.
Yeah, I think until recently when the Orioles actually got good, and then they stopped selling tickets, I think, to people out of town. But even so, it was cheaper to fly from Massachusetts and get a ticket in Baltimore than it was to just get a ticket at Fenway.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's one of it's one of the
It
smallest
is still
parks.
that way.
Yeah, and the park was like when we did the tour, the park never had those seats above the monster. Those seats we stood in right field, the Budweiser seats, those were never there. So back then there was like thousands of less seats. So it was impossible to get a Red Sox ticket.
Yep.
Yeah, so like you can come
When
down
I
here,
was-
get a ticket for like $10, and the flight would cost as much as the Red Sox ticket.
The Orioles were like big shit though in the 90s, right?
Wait.
Oh, where'd you go?
We lose them?
Hello, hello, hello.
Join voice. We left.
What'd you do?
I don't know what I did. We left the VC. Did we lose internet? No, we're back. There we go.
We don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't touch it.
I don't know what happened either.
Yeah, but that's cool. So what do you got on tap? Like, what do you want to know?
Oh, so I'm just curious if you live like close enough like to go to like what is down there? Like
Williamsburg?
like Williamsburg and like Busch Gardens, like just kind of like touristy Virginia shit.
I am about 45 minutes from Colonial Williamsburg, 10 minutes from Richmond City.
Oh shit!
I've actually been to Richmond Speedway. I've been to the Richmond Flying Squirrels' baseball games, which actually a lot of people don't know. They are a AAA team for an MLB team.
So wait a minute. They called Flying
They
Squirrels?
are the Richmond Flying Squirrels.
We need to
I
go
need
to
to
a
go.
game.
I just need to be
We
there.
have to do this.
I need a hat.
They are the AAA team for the actual Washington Nationals.
Okay.
Are we in
shit.
baseball season? Isn't basketball season over?
We're in baseball season.
It
sweetheart.
says baseball.
Right now,
Basketball ends tonight.
Yeah, it's baseball season. Yeah, basketball's big game ends
Yeah,
tonight,
it's game
and
7.
then preseason doesn't kick off until around September, August,
Yeah, we're in full swing of baseball.
because it's always basketball ends. Well,
I
we're
feel like
also in
basketball
NASCAR
goes
season too.
all fucking year. I feel like there's never a break in basketball. It's always
Yeah.
basketball.
Yeah. Do you watch any basketball, Ghost?
I watched the team that you were wearing a shirt of, purple.
I did it on purpose.
He wore
Is my
that.
favorite. Is my favorite basketball team
Well-
in the NBA.
Well, let me tell you. Sorry, my ears. My ears. It's the truth. Sorry, you can't even see it. You can't even see
You're
it.
blending in.
It's a Paul Pierce jersey. Man who was stabbed in a club and still played basketball.
Oh yes.
The truth.
That's tight.
It,
I
you
just like
want
that
to
backstory.
know something that also Pierce did?
Won championships.
He actually, well, not just that, but he actually put on Twitter that if his team lost their game 7 against who they were playing, he was going to walk from his house to the next stadium that they were playing at.
Oh shit.
And he did it
I was like, did he win or did he lose?
because he was doing a live. They lost
Oh my god.
against
Oh,
the team,
hell
so
no.
he walked the whole miles to the next ball game.
That's a fucking commitment. That is character right there. He stood by what he said. He was like, I said it, I'm gonna do it.
Okay. Good for him.
I just like to see
My
that
question was a
examples.
leading question, but
Okay,
thank you.
but go ahead. I'm sorry.
So,
Ow.
odd question. Have you seen any of the shit going on in the WNBA recently?
Oh yeah, I've seen all that thanks to TikTok.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? And I want a Sophie Carpenter t-shirt or jersey, and they're all sold out. But that was awesome.
I want a Sophie. I want one of her jerseys along with Caitlin Clark.
Oh, that's yours.
The
Yes.
jersey.
I just didn't know, like, you being a sports fan, if you like heard any of that. I thought it was I was telling her about it, and she's like, "What?"
Yeah, he showed me.
Yeah,
and
she was like, "Holy shit!" I was like, "Yeah, it's cool. It's cool."
Bitches be tripping, man.
Well, she threw her down. She wasn't tripping.
The whole thing was just crazy.
Okay, so you mentioned the Richmond Speedway. So are you into racing, like NASCAR, that kind of stuff down there?
I am.
Okay.
That was my question. I was literally thinking.
Yeah,
because
we have a track right near. It's not a big track, but they do like drag racing and bikes, right?
It's drag racing and dirt bikes. The Budds Creek National Raceway.
Yeah.
Maryland National Raceway.
Yeah. So I'm not into that stuff, but it's always interesting to hear, like, if you're in that area, like, if you like to watch that kind of stuff. Like, we've gone to demolition derbies. Those are friggin' fun as shit.
Crazy.
Oh my god. We saw
Virginia technically has 2 speedways. It's just one of them. NASCAR no longer races at, which sucks.
That's not Bristol. Bristol.
And it's actually being remodeled. No, it's called South Side Speedway.
I'm familiar with.
It's an old.
So, like, I guess Virginia.
It's an older track.
It goes like.
Yeah, Virginia's a.
It has like a hump, right?
Yeah.
You have a map in front of you always.
Always fucking forget.
Always forget she has a map, and she can just look at the shape of Virginia.
So, like, it's basically like.
You could take the state off that map, like it's a magnet, and you can like look at it.
Where, like, the part of Virginia that, like, where I used to like go
keep
visit
getting
family.
kicked out of the Discord.
What is happening?
Who's kicking me out of my own Discord? All right, we're back. We keep getting kicked out of the Discord. This is weird.
I had family that lived in Virginia, but it was so close to Tennessee. It was like you could be in Bristol, Virginia, and then cross over and you're in Bristol, Tennessee, because they have it cut in the state. And I used to get so excited when we would go to Bristol. Mm-hmm. But actually, it's more like Saltville, Virginia. Have you ever heard of that place?
I have.
You have, yeah. It is like backwoods. I'll just leave it at that. We're just gonna call it backwoods. And that is where a lot of my family like lived. But every time it meant that I got to have biscuits and gravy, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, we're going to Virginia. I'm getting biscuits and gravy," and that must be my beginning relationship with biscuits and gravy.
Wow, and what a tumultuous relationship it has been.
It's my favorite. Are you a biscuits and gravy guy?
Nope.
Do you eat grits? Nope. You don't eat grits?
I don't either.
He's from the South. You're a northern.
But he's a Red Sox fan.
You're a northern.
That shows he has sense.
Okay, what about kale and vinegar? Like, are you a kale and vinegar person? Fried okra.
Nope.
Okay, what about stewed tomatoes over rice?
No.
Chicken and dumplings?
No.
Yes on that.
Yeah, okay.
I was like, if you tell me no, I'm done.
Jigsaw, go fuck yourself. Sorry, I shouldn't be reading chat, but fuck you, Jigsaw.
Okay, chicken and dumplings. Okay, alright, cool.
Jigsaw. Hey, Jigsaw. Get better at COD, then come talk about the Red Sox.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. He likes Fenway Franks.
Oh my god, they were so good.
Have you ever had a Fenway
Franks are the best.
Yes.
Yes, and they are the best hot dogs ever.
I ate that.
So, Jigsaw, I can start calling you baseball then.
So, baseball for me is I only enjoy it like if I'm there watching it. I could not watch that on TV. My granny used to watch it on TV, and I'm like...
It's a thinking man's game.
I guess.
You have to be patient. You have to understand situations. And if you played it... Did you ever play any baseball growing up? That's a question. Yeah. Okay, see, a lot of times, most baseball fans played baseball when they were younger. Because you understand it. It's like something that you enjoyed.
I didn't understand it, and I hate when they would give me the thing, and it was like I had to, like...
The thing?
It was like a thing where you had to pay attention to, like, who was up, and, like, the run and stuff. Like there was like this
The book?
chart thing. Is it a book?
Yeah, the book, how you keep score,
Whatever.
the scoreboard.
This chart.
They
I don't
used.
fucking know.
I was waiting for her to say a bat. Okay,
confuse
they used to
the
give me this
shit
thing,
out
and I'd
of
have to
me.
go up there and like swing it.
No, but they would like try to teach us and explain to us
Oh.
like what it was,
It's a better form of cricket.
and
Sorry.
I was like, "This fucking makes my brain hurt."
Not wrong.
That's really funny. I love the scorebook.
Oh my god, it stressed
And
me.
you know
the
what's
fuck
crazy?
out.
If you pitched in like high school, you would have to keep track of the pitches and what they threw.
Oh, I don't want to do that at all.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Even
what
in
they throw? Would they throw?
even in rec ball, you had to. So basically, a pitcher is only allowed a certain amount of pitches in an inning. If they go over that, they have to be pulled from the game.
Yeah, like they do it like especially when you're younger.
Because
to
they
protect
want
your arms.
Yep. Because protect your arms, but you want to be able to pitch the next game either
Yeah.
because of your count limit.
But I want to get back to this. You just think they just throw a ball and they just throw it, that the ball doesn't do different things. You just think it just goes straight.
No, I mean sometimes it's low, sometimes it's like out. Like I understand
That's
that it
location.
doesn't always. Yeah, is that what we're paying attention to? Then what's he doing?
There's curveballs. There's change-ups. There's knuckleballs, sliders, forkballs.
How many different fucking ways can you throw a ball? Are you kidding?
No.
You do something different with every finger each time?
Yeah, you go like this.
Yes.
Literally. You've
'Cause
never
there's
watched
a
baseball and the ball goes
four-seam
like this?
Fastball.
Just thought it came out of his hand wrong.
Yeah.
There's a
Three-seam.
4-seam fastball, 3-seam, 2-seam,
Two-seam.
and sometimes there's a 1-seam, which is very rare
Yeah.
used for a fastball.
Okay, in my head, the pitcher is the same as a quarterback, and you just fucking throw the ball. It's your job.
They're trying to make sure they don't hit.
Yeah,
So
but
they
they
make-
still
they
have
have-
to make it in the
Yeah,
window.
yeah, but
body.
they make the ball move and do stuff.
But doesn't when they like have people like walk or balls or whatever, don't they like that's like a bad thing for the pitcher?
Yes.
So
Yes.
why would he do that?
Because a lot of teams, if they know the batter can't hit, they would tell them to lean into the pitch as best as they can,
I am blown away by all this.
or get right up on that plate to force a hit.
I thought they
You're
had
being
to
serious right now, right?
dead ass
Okay, because I don't want this to be a bit. Because if this is serious, this is crazy.
I thought they had to stay behind the plate that they stood. The pitchers have like
You
a
are
thing.
going on 3 different topics. Yes, they have to stay on the mound. They have to be their foot has to be touching that what do they call that?
But can their other foot go forward?
Yes, they can kick and throw like they can, but their foot has to be against the mound. Like it
I
has to
thought
be
their
on
foot-
the pitcher's plate.
I didn't think the feet could cross the mound. I
No,
thought they
no,
both
no.
had to be behind
Your
them.
foot just has to be in contact with it when you're releasing the ball.
All right.
Okay, you can be
Okay.
behind it, front of it, but as long as you. But
We'll talk about that later.
yeah,
Okay.
let's get to know more. We can't. Baseball could be a whole stream.
Sorry, he's got 2 hands when he comes this way. 3 hands. Oh my god, we can do that Napoleon Dynamite thing.
Okay.
We're done.
Okay, let's get off of baseball. Why did you start streaming? Like, what got you interested into it?
I just enjoyed gaming, and I was like, let me see if there was a streaming platform out there. And the first streaming platform that I actually started streaming on, which was that when I was in high school, was good old Mixer.
Okay,
Never heard of it.
I never heard of Mixer.
Never heard of it.
Mixer basically came out before Twitch did. And when Twitch came in, Twitch skyrocketed, and basically Facebook gaming is what Mixer is now.
Okay, so it was like Facebook's answer
Oh,
to
okay.
Twitch.
Okay.
Well, Facebook decided to buy Mixer because Mixer was dying due to Twitch.
Okay. Okay, so when you started that, were you still playing shooter games?
Yep.
Okay.
And then
So-
when Mixer basically died off, I switched to Twitch.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So, of the two platforms, which one do you prefer? Like, say if Mixer was still what you liked, like, which one would you prefer?
I would prefer Twitch
Okay.
because it took forever to get to the affiliate part for Mixer
Mm-hmm.
and to get what they required for affiliate partner to make money.
Okay.
But with Twitch, it was a whole lot easier
Okay.
to get to affiliate.
Okay.
He drinks his water.
Plus,
reminds
Mixer
me
had a
I'm
lot of
thirsty.
toxic people.
On Mixer?
Oh, I'm only drinking water. No. Yeah. I also know if I don't drink water, Priestess and a bunch of other people are going to yell at me.
And they won't call you a good boy.
Mm-hmm.
Drink your water, good boy.
I almost spit on my goddamn water.
That was the point. That was the point, man. Like, we don't fuck around. You know that. We fuck around, you find out.
Oh my god, for real
Yeah.
though.
Yeah. I had a question and it just left me.
Like every other question?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, this is me.
You did. You asked him.
Do you have another one? Because I mean, I can just keep going. Like I'm on a roll.
No, go ahead.
Okay, so being, did you tell us how long you've been streaming? Did you say that yet?
I've been streaming since 2015.
Damn,
Add
10
the-
years?
Add the 2. Oh my god! I looked at the date and it said 6/22, and I was like, "That's
what
not 10
fucking math
years."
are you doing?
I
I'm
saw
like,
June 22nd. And I thought that was the.
I mean, he said 2015.
Okay, so that being said, okay, so you've got some time under your belt. What is the one thing that has really kind of almost made you, if you've ever had come to a point, made you be like, what the F? Why are people like this? Like, why am I doing this? Like, have you ever had one of those moments, like something that like would make you want to stop streaming?
I have,
That's a long question.
and I've said to myself multiple times, I don't stream to have people just throw money and stuff at me. I stream because I have fun playing video games.
Okay.
And video games is my way of escaping this hellhole of reality.
Yeah, and that's a common thing,
Yeah.
you know. And people may think, hey, you know, you're shooting people and killing people. Oh, that can't be like relaxing. Oh, it is.
It's the best way to
It
get
is.
your.
I've actually had people go, you got ADHD, you should be playing this or this. And I look at them, I said, my ADHD doctor says otherwise.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because they get it.
I will listen to a doctor first before I listen to an unwanted opinion.
Oh hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hey, you gotta have something.
I just have my top 3 questions that I like.
Yeah,
to ask.
I'm more kind of. So outside of streaming, like, do you have any other hobbies or anything else you're into?
I actually, because my family is very into the military,
Okay.
I am actually, I've been a member of the American Legion near me for my entire life.
Okay.
See, that's where you go and like that's where I think we have one and they like rent the hall and stuff.
It's not just that; it's actually like an organization.
But I don't know anything else about it.
Yeah.
Like I just know that I've been to one because they rent it out.
Basically, what the American Legion does, like the VFW, the Moose, the Eagles, is we are there to help the veterans and their families.
Okay.
Okay.
And we actually, our national commanders and national auxiliary presidents and sons commanders have actually gone into Congress's meetings urging them to pass certain bills for the veterans.
Oh, okay. Shit, I didn't even
Because
know
that's
that.
actually how the G.I. Joe bill got passed. The Save the Pack Act got passed.
Nice. Well, fun fact about me, nothing to do, like I wasn't in war, wasn't in the military, but I did play in high school. I played baseball for an American Legion post. So they have baseball teams. At least where I grew up, like each post had their own teams, and like they would support the teams, and then we would go out and play. So I played. I think I played until I was 18. I played like 15 to 18. It was one of the, not everyone could play. It was almost like we traveled all around the state. It was a great time, and I mean that was my only exposure to that. And
Shit, that's really cool.
and we were post number 23, and I thought it was cool because Michael Jordan was big back then. So I was like, yeah, 23, and we were red, black, and white, which are best colors ever together, other than the blue and the red of the Red Sox, and some green. Fuck every color. And according to my niece, rainbow is a color.
Oh.
It's its own color.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's really cool, man. Like,
That's tight.
We had the American Legion baseball here until it got too expensive to continue to do.
Yeah, I feel like I'm living in a different area than I did back then, and I don't know if that was ever a thing down here, but I don't see a lot of that. Like we have a Moose Lodge that we were members of.
They used to be.
Yeah,
huge.
we need to get back. Like we just didn't renew, but we've gone, and
They
I
have
know
a
that.
baseball
Yeah,
team.
and I know they do a lot of like charity work and stuff like that, which is awesome. So it was always good to know that like anytime we were going there and spending money, it's going towards something good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Because like I said, I wasn't in the military. I have family that was in the military. I have some amazing people I know and friends that were in the military. So, anyone that does anything for that, like, I think it's a great thing. My dad was in Vietnam, but he wasn't in Vietnam. He said he was in Germany guarding the weapons, doing drugs during Vietnam. But he was like one of those people that wouldn't take the benefits, and it hurt him in the end. But for anybody, like I think it's a great thing that you're doing something like that, and that your family's into that.
I know. I'm over here thinking I need to get our kids signed into stuff like that.
My cousin is currently in the United States Navy. He was on the sister ship of the one that got sunk during World War II.
Oh shit!
That was allowed back into Japan's harbors after 75 years of World War II.
Oh my gosh!
Whoa.
And he is currently in Stateland now, because he's right now watching one of the actual newer ships getting built that he is now the commanding officer of.
Okay.
Wow.
So I know. Oh, what was I saying? So do you live near? I don't want to like dox you at all, but are you like near bases where you are?
So I'm about 10 minutes from what I will always call Fort Lee, which is now Fort Greggs Adams.
Yeah, I call it Fort Lee.
And I'm about 60 minutes from Fort Pickett.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because we like where I work, we are near a Navy base. We're near Patuxent, or Pax River.
I'm also near about an hour or two from Norfolk Naval Base.
Okay. I know where that is.
Yeah.
We actually, when we took our cruise
Last year.
it's when the Baltimore Bridge was hit by that boat.
We were
at sea when that happened, so they had to bring us back to Norfolk instead of Baltimore, and they bust us from. We've been at that Navy base.
Yeah, we were there because it was closed for remodeling.
Yeah, they literally brought in their employees to like a place that was under construction.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
And I was like, look, that's the only time we've ever been to Norfolk. So
yeah, I know.
And
I'm not trying to lean too heavy into the military stuff, but anyone that's alive knows that we just sent bombs somewhere. So it's just kind of, it's kind of out there. So we don't do politics, we don't do religion, but I love the whole supporting military. You hear horror stories that people aren't respected, the VA. Again, we're not getting into politics, but again, it's shitty.
I don't understand enough to be part of the conversation.
Yeah, but to do anything that'll help, or not help, but support people that have chosen to put their lives on the line to give us this opportunity, what we're doing right now. There are countries you can't be doing just sitting here and just shooting the shit. So I'm appreciative of that, and sometimes it's hard to remember that. Some people, Yeah. But yeah. Okay, sorry. Do you want to hit your...
Yeah. So, since you've been streaming, I know that there's like a lot of negative vibes. Have you, what has been one of the most positive things that you've seen as a streamer?
And you can't say being called the good boy. That was for you, Evie.
I wasn't going to say that. No, I wasn't going to say that, but yep. I've seen communities that were originally really small grow massively in size, and a lot of friends have came out of me streaming.
Okay, that's tight. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, if you could go anywhere in the world, what is your bucket place location?
Ireland.
Ireland?
Yep.
Thank God you said that. I thought you said Maryland, and I was about to run down there. I would have gotten in my car and found you and kicked you in the face. If that was your bucket list.
He's like, I can be in Maryland in less than 45 minutes, probably.
Yeah.
Pretty damn close, maybe like an hour.
Yeah. Hold on. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna look it up.
Like how close you are to Maryland?
Yeah, to the Maryland line.
Well, we were at 3 hours from Norfolk, or Richmond's 3 hours, right?
Richmond is
3 hours and 54 minutes by car.
Okay, so that's probably just to the border.
He's in the middle.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's into the center of Maryland.
Oh, the center. That's a long time.
Where the hell are you?
Why did you put Dahlgren Air Force Base? That's right over the line.
Dahlgren's not far from us either.
It's very close.
Yeah, because I'm thinking when we drive to Williamsburg, it's only like 3 hours. It's 2 hours. He's just butthurt because he can't get to you that close.
Sap, is that what you were trying to say? Because if it did, that would make me all happy and warm.
Are you sad?
Missed you at the party.
So, yeah, so...
Okay, so from my home address to Dogwood Air Force...
Dogwood or Dahlgren?
So, actually, the Andrews U.S. Air Force...
Yeah.
Okay.
That's DC.
I'm only 3 hours and 19 minutes from it.
Okay.
2.5 hours from
here. Yeah, you're close.
Oh,
yeah, so if you had said Maryland, I'd be coming down and kick your ass.
Oh, trust me, actually, to visit, my second location to visit on my bucket list is all of these states.
Mm-hmm. Mine too, except for a different reason.
I'll make sure to leave Maryland. Well, mine's to see how really diverse every state is.
Yeah.
And to meet
honey,
all
that's all
my friends
over
that
Maryland.
are in states.
No, he just means how different each state is compared to each other, like the people.
I get that, but I'm saying, like, even in Maryland, you can have 5 different experiences driving through here.
Oh yeah.
You come from the Eastern Shore.
It's just there's only 2 states that I stay away from.
Which one?
New Jersey. Right?
New Jersey and New York.
Really? No shit. That's what I would have said.
I will stay away from those 2 states.
Yep. New Jersey's the armpit of America, and fuck the Yankees. Yankees suck.
And
That's it.
well, fuck New York Yankees, and the New York people are assholes.
Amen.
Yeah, they are.
They're rude. They are more rude than anybody,
Yeah.
and they have the worst road rage.
They're worse than massholes. You have another question? You were in the third question.
They're worse
Neil?
than California.
Yeah, if you were on death row, what would your last meal be?
Yes.
Hamburger steak.
And what else? Is that it? I'd be ordering
All
like
the
12
fixins.
courses, but I'm hungry. So just hamburger steak. That's it.
So what's hamburger steak? Is it like
Yep.
Salisbury steak?
Yep.
Yeah, it's just like a hamburger, but like made as a steak
Yep.
with seasonings.
Oh, I want smothered steak. I need to get a recipe for that.
Yeah.
I need one of them pots at like the pressure cooker. That's what I need. I
One
gave
of
my
those
sister
pots.
mine.
Okay. So what are you drinking?
Okay,
What are you
yeah.
drinking?
What are we washing that down with?
Right now, water.
No, when you're
'cause
dying.
Death
it is-
row.
When you're dying.
Let's see. A 5th of liquor.
Okay.
What kind?
Yeah, you're not allowed to have alcohol. You're not allowed to have alcohol. It has to be It has to apply to the same rules.
Okay. So
Because you can't hump and you can't have liquor.
You can't hump and can't have liquor. Okay, so what non-alcoholic, non-water beverage and not humping beverage would you be drinking? Now that we get that together.
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola, fair enough.
Okay. All right. Oh.
Now here's a question. This is going to come off the wrong way. White Coke or black Coke?
And I'll tell you why.
Yeah,
Both.
both. Okay.
One is sugar free. The one's like Coke Zero.
She goes by the label.
And the regular Coke
Yeah, she calls
has
them black
a white.
and white.
So the white lettering on a Coke is the original.
Yes.
But then the Coke Zero is in black writing.
Yeah, the black and the white.
So whenever I ask somebody to get me a soda, I'm like, can you give me a black Coke? Because it's what it... that's what
I
it
know,
is.
but it's just funny. I said that to yeah, it's just too much. She's too much.
Makes sense to me.
All right, so do you have anything you'd like to ask us? And then I want to open up anyone who has any questions. Now would be the time to put them in the chat. But if there's anything you want to ask us while we hopefully wait for a question. Evie, question?
No questions for us?
Give me a second.
Nope.
Okay, that's
I
cool.
feel like we're pretty much an open book.
Yeah, I think you knew more
Yeah.
about us.
Y'all are a very open book.
Yes.
We're oversharers.
Yes, and guys, check out the link at the top of the chat. That is Mrs. Purple's coloring book. It is live on
yes.
Amazon. It was approved today. So go ahead if you want a copy, click the link. It's 27 pages of fun.
You can buy me on Amazon.
Not wrong. Priestess, not wrong.
Yeah, nice without the humping, just saying. Jeez, is that a question?
You guys need to have your own little Discord message. I know y'all need to take that off.
Yeah.
That's for
You're what she thought Twitch was all about. You see what
yeah.
I'm saying? Everyone's just
Y'all proving
humping.
me right.
All humping.
He don't like that.
We just all humping. We may have to start just having like a list of general questions for
I
people at the end.
know.
Because you know what? You guys suck. Like, we haven't had a lot of questions all... I guess we're in a season of podcasting. I don't know if we're ever going to cut it off. And say,
I don't know.
season 1. Done.
We're gonna be
Season
like
2.
basketball and go all fucking year round.
Yeah, it's already in my basket waiting for... What's already in your... Oh! No shit! She's already getting in her basket.
Oh, for
coloring book.
Amazon.
Yeah, because no one bought the other coloring book. All right, so
So what are we
so
talking
Ghost, thank you so much. We had a blast.
Yes, I had
Yes,
fun.
yes, as you
And
can
now
tell.
I know like your area, so like I
Yes.
can make jokes and like you'll
And
get
now
it.
we all know your face and where you live.
I don't know where you live,
But
I do see your
you're
face.
deep into the military, so I will not try and attack you. Okay. Oh, okay. Good for you. Okay, that's fair enough.
Okay, thanks.
All right. So we're gonna let you go, dude. We're gonna hop over to the other screen.
Phoebe's gonna ask you some more questions.
Yeah, she's gonna ask you some other stuff. But we will see you out in the Twitchverse.
Yes, we will. Thanks for coming.
That's what she said. Adios. I cut him off.
I don't know what's happening here.
I don't know if he was done. All right, let's go to the chat screen. That was really cool.
That was fun.
Like Ghost is someone who's been around a very long time in the community, and again, I didn't know too much other than he gamed, and him and Evie.
I like that someone
got the will they won't they vibe,
And I like that someone else has been to some of the places and areas that I've also been to.
There's
it makes sense.
Billions of people that have been to other places that you've been to.
I know, but he's right there, which would be how we used to that was always our family trip. Whenever we would do a long weekend, we would always go down that way. So I was always familiar with that, but none of my friends, they never really went there. They didn't go there, so it's just an area that I know of.
No, it makes sense.
So it's cool.
So, guys, if you're in here, and you haven't already done so, and you want to be a guest on the podcast, please click that channel point. I still gotta fix it so it goes into the Discord. So if I ask to eat poontang for my final meal, oh Jesus Christ! Now he jumps in.
Yeah, so that actually would be a no. You would get a decline from that.
I'm
No humping, no liquor.
Oh shit.
That's it.
Ghost, I totally forgot to ask, but if you have someone you would like us to raid to, we're going to let the podcast guests choose where we're going to go. But let's show off this elemental video he made for our little business that we like to call Purple Frequencies.
I was going to finish. I had another follow-up
Go ahead.
about this poontang.
Go ahead.
So if you ask for that, Jigsaw, they might just mix grape soda with tang. So that could be a real thing.
The poo-tang.
That's the poo-tang. So, yeah,
I hate you. I hate
That's
you.
what you get to have.
All right, let's watch the video. And as Elemental knows, it stopped rendering halfway through with the sound. But yeah, this was done by Sir Elemental, a.k.a. Tommy, where we print your imagination.
I love that.
So for Jigsaw, it would be a bigger peen-tang, I guess. Bigger peen. That's his imagination. But Ghost, you got anybody, homie?
Okie dokie.
Okay, let's go. All right. So we're going to raid out... Oh, shit, I lost it. Did I copy it?
You copied it. Because you copied it also with a little colon.
No, I did not.
You didn't even delete all of it.
But again, if you're not already... Becky, I think you're on the list still. I got it. No, I don't have the O.
Nope.
Let me... Yeah. We're right now actually... You know what? This actually works out well because next Sunday we won't be home. We'll be on our way back.
We won't be.
So we will not be doing a podcast next Sunday.
Maybe season 2's coming.
Yeah, maybe season 2's coming.
Because then we can start a second edition of the color book.
Shit, Lala! Thank you so much.
Yay!
Let's go. Thank you, Lala. But yeah, so we won't be here next week. And also that any other Purple Punch followers in here. Friday we won't have a podcast either because we'll be not here.
Is it like that?
I hate you. I hate you with a passion.
PPPPF 22.
But yes, we're gonna go raid Casito Mato. Hopefully he's got a nickname. But we're gonna go raid. Again, Ghost, thank you so much. Thank you everyone who hung around. We got 10 people on the raid. That's fucking amazing.
Thanks, guys.
I'm in a habit now on the podcast. I'm not putting up the viewer count. I don't know who's in here, and you guys have been great. Thank you for respecting Ghost and his time and our time. But again, if you've been on the podcast and still want to be on, please let us know. If you haven't and you want a shot at it, let us know. Like Ghost, literally, he said yes. We didn't even talk all week. I sent him a message today. He's like, I'll be there.
He was gonna be here.
And let's go. And it was good. So don't even worry about it. Thank you, G.
Thank you, G.
Oh, you, G. All right. We will see you
Every
guys,
other
but we will
person.
be